The energy and agriculture industries are largely affected by changes in the weather.
Today we will be focusing on the current natural gas and soybean meal futures market, how it is impacted by the weather, and the current state of each market.
Last week's storage report for natural gas revealed 111 billion cubic feet withdrawal, leaving 2,157 BCF in storage. This total storage is 45.8% greater than last year and 2.8% greater than the 5-year average. The slightly warmer temperatures across the United States as a whole showed on this map resulted in less heating degree days than normal. Looking back on the temperature anomalies for the week ending on February 19th, colder than average temperatures are pretty evident across the eastern 2/3 of the United States. This is the week that will be evaluated for Thursday's storage report, so the withdrawal should be higher than last week's numbers. The NSEP forecast week 1 and 2 temperature anomalies display colder than normal conditions across the majority of the U.S., while the week 3 and 4 forecasts begin to display above average temperatures for mid-March. The currently forecast PNA values, which have been positive since the beginning of February, look to be trending negative through early March. A negative Pacific North American pattern results in above average temperatures across the eastern U.S. Now looking at the NYMEX June 2015 contracts for natural gas is currently trading at $2.96.
Moving on to the soybean meal market, during the month of February, soybeans are grown in the southern hemisphere, mainly in Brazil and Argentina. During this month, the pods are filling and the harvest has started to begin, so weather is very important. The ideal weather for soybean growth is cool and wet, with hot and dry being potentially harmful. This past week, it has been rainy in the main growing areas of Brazil, with normal precipitation throughout Argentina. Next week's slightly drier conditions in Brazil are forecasted, with wetter conditions in Argentina expected. Temperatures in Brazil and Argentina have been relatively seasonal. Looking forward to next week, Argentina is expecting higher than average temperatures, while Brazil moves slightly cooler. The World Agricultural Supply and Demand Estimates, otherwise known as the WxRisk report, was released 2 weeks ago to update the market on imports, exports, yield estimates, and other important numbers. The market typically moves in anticipation of and after the releasing of this report. This report was similar to last month and thus did not swing the market far. Another important aspect of the soybean meal market is the possibility of protest. Earlier this week, grain trucks blockaded a road in the main harvest area in Brazil due to high fuel prices. This type of action will stop the movement of grain and can cause prices to rise. This week, the market has had a strong bullish trend, with the current trading price of May 2015 future contracts being $346.70 per ton. This is higher than both the 20-day and 100-day average. According to trend spotters, it is the time to buy. We hope you enjoyed our market update
And learned something new about the energy and agriculture industries.
For Up in the Air, this is Meredith Fish
And Matthew Brothers.